I was an offensive force. I knew how to score goals. I knew how to play with the puck.
Marcel Dionne, a name synonymous with offensive brilliance, a hockey wizard whose skill and artistry on the ice captivated fans. But despite his incredible talent and numerous individual accolades, Dionne's career was marked by controversies, clashes with authority, and the lingering absence of a Stanley Cup victory. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to explore more captivating stories from the world of sports. Today we delve into the complex legacy of Marcel Dionne, exploring the triumphs, the struggles, and the what-ifs that have shaped his story. From a controversial trade to outspoken criticisms and the elusive championship, we uncover the layers of this hockey legend's journey. Marcel Dionne's journey to hockey stardom began in Drummondville, Quebec, where he honed his skills on the icy rinks of his hometown. From a young age, his natural talent and passion for the game were evident. He possessed a rare combination of speed, agility, and puck handling skills that made him a standout player. Dionne's rise to prominence began in junior hockey, where he starred for the St. Catharines Black Hawks. He led the league in scoring, capturing the Red Tilson Trophy as the most outstanding player in the Ontario Hockey Association. His impressive performances caught the attention of NHL scouts, and in 1971 he was drafted second overall by the Detroit Red Wings. Dionne's impact on the Red Wings was immediate. He quickly established himself as a dynamic offensive force, his scoring touch and playmaking abilities electrifying fans. In his second season, he achieved the impressive feat of scoring 100 points, a testament to his exceptional talent and offensive prowess. Despite his individual success, the Red Wings struggled as a team. The departure of legendary Gordie Howe left a void in leadership and on-ice performance. Dionne, frustrated by the team's lack of direction and commitment to winning, became increasingly vocal in his criticism of the organization. This outspokenness created friction with management and ultimately contributed to his controversial trade in 1975. Before the trade, Dionne had solidified his status as a rising star in the NHL. His scoring ability, combined with his speed and creativity, made him one of the most exciting players to watch. He was a fan favorite in Detroit, and his departure left many wondering what could have been had he remained with the Red Wings. In 1975, the Detroit Red Wings made a decision that would haunt the franchise for years to come. They traded Marcel Dionne, their young and dynamic scoring sensation, to the Los Angeles Kings in a deal that many considered a monumental blunder. The trade sent shockwaves through the hockey world. Dionne, at just 24 years old, was already a 100-point scorer and a fan favorite in Detroit. He was seen as a cornerstone of the franchise's future, a player who could potentially lead them back to Stanley Cup glory. Yet the Red Wings, in a move that baffled many, decided to part ways with their budding superstar. The trade itself involved a seemingly lopsided exchange of talent. In return for Dionne and veteran defenseman Bart Crashley, the Red Wings received Terry Harper, Dan Maloney, and a second-round draft pick. While Harper and Maloney were solid NHL players, they were hardly considered franchise-altering talents. The trade was widely seen as a salary dump, with the Red Wings prioritizing short-term financial considerations over the long-term potential of their young star. The fallout from the trade was immediate and significant. Detroit fans were outraged, their anger directed at the team's management for trading away their beloved star. The trade marked the beginning of a dark period for the Red Wings, often referred to as the Dead Wings era, where the team struggled to compete and consistently missed the playoffs. Dionne's departure left a void in Detroit that would be difficult to fill. He had been a beacon of hope for a franchise yearning for success, and his trade signaled a lack of commitment to winning. The Red Wings' decision to prioritize short-term gains over long-term vision would haunt them for years to come. While the trade was undoubtedly a setback for the Red Wings, it proved to be a blessing in disguise for the Los Angeles Kings. Dionne flourished in Los Angeles, becoming one of the most prolific scorers in franchise history. He led the Kings to multiple playoff appearances and established himself as one of the NHL's elite players. The controversial trade from Detroit remains a contentious topic in hockey history. It serves as a reminder of the complexities of player personnel decisions and the delicate balance between short-term gains and long-term vision. For Marcel Dionne, the trade was a catalyst for his continued success, but for the Detroit Red Wings, it marked the beginning of a long and painful period of mediocrity. Marcel Dionne's fiery competitiveness and unwavering desire to win, while admirable qualities, sometimes led to friction with management and coaches throughout his career. He was a player who demanded excellence, both from himself and his teammates, and he wasn't afraid to voice his opinions when he felt those standards weren't being met. This outspoken nature often put him at odds with authority figures. In Detroit, his public criticism of the organization's lack of direction contributed to his eventual trade. He felt the team wasn't committed to winning and lacked a clear vision for the future, leading to his frustration and desire for a change of scenery. In Los Angeles, his clashes with coach Bob Berry highlighted his demanding personality. Dionne's desire for a more offensive-minded system clashed with Berry's more conservative approach. The tension between the star player and the coach eventually led to Berry's dismissal in 1981. Dionne's disagreements weren't limited to coaches. He also had his fair share of conflicts with management over contract negotiations and personnel decisions. He believed that his contributions to the team warranted a higher salary and a greater voice in team matters. This assertive approach, while understandable, sometimes created friction and strained relationships with those in charge. While his passion and drive were undeniable assets on the ice, Dionne's outspoken nature and tendency to challenge authority could also be perceived as a liability. Some viewed him as a difficult personality to manage, a player whose desire for control and his high expectations could create tension within the team environment. Despite these challenges, Dionne's legacy as a fierce competitor and a passionate leader remains intact. His willingness to stand up for what he believed in, even if it meant ruffling feathers, is a testament to his character and his unwavering commitment to excellence. However, his clashes with management and coaches also serve as a reminder of the complexities of navigating the dynamics of professional sports and the delicate balance between individual ambition and team unity. Marcel Dionne's quest for the Stanley Cup was a story of near misses and unfulfilled dreams. Despite his incredible scoring prowess and undeniable talent, the ultimate prize in hockey eluded him throughout his illustrious career. He led the Los Angeles Kings to multiple playoff appearances, electrifying fans with his offensive brilliance. The miracle on Manchester in 1982, where the Kings overcame a 5-0 deficit to defeat the Edmonton Oilers, remains a testament to his leadership and the team's resilience. However, they ultimately fell short of capturing the Stanley Cup. Dionne's later years with the New York Rangers also failed to yield a championship, leaving a void in his otherwise remarkable career. The absence of a Stanley Cup victory often overshadows his individual achievements, raising questions about his legacy compared to other all-time greats. It's important to remember that hockey is a team sport where individual brilliance doesn't always translate to collective success. While Dionne's offensive talent was undeniable, the Stanley Cup remained elusive, a reminder that championships require a combination of skill, teamwork, and a bit of luck. Despite the absence of a championship ring, Dionne's impact on the game is undeniable. He inspired generations of players with his skill, his passion, and his dedication to the sport. His legacy as one of the greatest offensive players in NHL history remains secure, even as the quest for the Stanley Cup remains an unfulfilled chapter in his story. Marcel Dionne's legacy is a fascinating blend of brilliance and controversy. He was an offensive powerhouse, a magician with the puck who racked up incredible scoring records and etched his name in the Hockey Hall of Fame. But his journey was also marked by clashes with authority, a fiery competitiveness that sometimes created friction with coaches and management. The absence of a Stanley Cup victory is a lingering question mark in his story, a reminder that individual brilliance doesn't always translate to team success. Yet Dionne's impact extends beyond trophies. He was a trailblazer for French-Canadian players, and his advocacy for diversity and inclusion in hockey has left a lasting impact. Dionne's story reminds us that greatness can be defined in many ways. It's about the skill, the passion, and the impact a player has on the sport and those around them. While the Stanley Cup may have eluded him, his legacy as an offensive dynamo and a champion for change remains undeniable. What are your thoughts on Marcel Dionne's legacy? Do you think his lack of a Stanley Cup diminishes his achievements? Share your opinions in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of the lives and legacies of sports figures.